Hi there, Anna Such Cadet here. Today we are talking about the emotion of guilt and judgment and truth. I love talking about guilt because it is so relevant in our living in a free and open society and in creating a loving world because we are all connected and we are engaging and we're bumping into each other all the time. So, what exactly is guilt? Guilt is about judgment, about right and wrong, about truth. So when you feel guilt or you judge someone as guilty, you're feeling a sense of something that was done wrong. And wrong has to do with truth. And what really is truth? And who defines what is wrong? And what is the accepted truth? Is it from the society, the norm, the prevailing norm? And what is your personal truth based on your own experience? And can we recognize that there are others who have their own experience and have their own personal truth that is equally valid? And so then, what really is the truth? Like the truth of our very existence. So when you're in the act of judging wrongness, whether it be on yourself or in the world around you, you're judging someone in particular, or maybe society as a whole, or maybe groups within society, you're feeling unsafe and you feel disconnected and separate. So really allow yourself to think about that, the truth of that. You feel like harm is being caused, again, either by you or by others, and either to you or to others. And that's where that feeling of not being safe comes in. And it's not a great place to be. It's hard to move through life in this feeling of guilt and judgment, in this guilt consciousness. So as my teacher, Gudemer Khalsa, author of Senses of the Soul and Emotional Liberation, says, we can choose, when we have these feelings of judgment, to either curse or to bless. So when we're thinking about wrongness and we're thinking about judgment, whatever our truth is at the moment, whatever we believe to be true of ourselves or of someone else, we have a reaction, and it will come either as a blessing or a curse. And that may look like, automatically feeling this divine presence and feeling a sense of forgiveness and wanting to understand, feeling empathy. Or it could also feel like, you just want to really be mad at someone and, point the finger and, really feel the truth in it sometimes that, oh, that clearly was wrong and you want to blame. Okay. And this happens unconsciously, right? This immediate reaction. So when we start to bring guilt and judgment into our consciousness, when we understand that the feeling comes up, we are allowed to notice the reactions when they come and do something differently. So as I said, our reactions will come as either a blessing, a sense of understanding for humanity, forgiveness, the depths of who each of us as humans are, truly at heart, truly from our innocence, from our, the point that we were born into this world with our innocence. Okay? Or it'll come as a curse, condemning, blaming, shaming, either others or yourself, beating yourself up. So then from this unconscious or now conscious reaction of blessing or cursing, you can decide then what will come next. And if it's unconscious, the subsequent action will also be unconscious. It's that next thing that you feel has to happen. So if we choose to curse and blame or feel fear even, we may choose to either self-soothe and not see the wrongness, let it go by self-medicating, numbing ourselves, or we may choose to do that finger pointing and blaming and maybe being very vocal and loud and condemning others. And author, speaker, therapist Resmaa Menakem calls this dirty pain. When you move through the pain, see the problem, and just go around it, avoiding it, ignoring it, covering it up, burying it, just trying to survive through it, blaming others, being very vocal, and really not looking deeply at it. You can go that route, or you can choose the clean pain. And again, if you've stopped to consciously realize what your reaction is, again, that will just come. And you can, when the cursing may be this automatic reaction, it could be. This is something we've maybe trained ourselves on for many years. You can choose to consciously switch that if your immediate response isn't already the blessing side. And to decide to switch that is to go through clean pain, which is to allow yourself to see and be aware of what's happening and to assess the matter more deeply, both in yourself and in the outside world. It's to bring in this idea of empathy for humanity, forgiveness for that which we do not know at the moment, and that which the other does not know at the moment. That would be the blessing route. And the response then, the reaction after that, the subsequent step after that, will be different if you decide to go that way. So either way, there's going to be pain and there's suffering. But going through the clean pain by blessing, you get to metabolize and shift. Your body gets to agree. Going through clean pain is making the choice of blessing the issue for the learn it brings you, the problem, the wrongness, allowing yourself to see it and metabolize it changes the game. Cursing it, beating yourself up, blaming, shaming, all of that, not letting yourself see it, is to allow a more surface level view, perspective exist and define the situation for you. And you don't get to understand. Your body, you've covered up the pain for your body so your body doesn't have to feel it, and your intellect wants to protect. And so we'll just go into that mode of either stuffing it down and numbing, or blasting it out there and possibly numbing at the same time as well. So both are very painful. And you might argue that it feels less painful to numb yourself. Just remember that the numbness wears off, and you'll need to continue to do this, and it will bring health problems that come up in your body because you've stuffed it down. You've created more pain, not only in yourself, but when you blast it out into the world, you blast that pain into someone else's psyche, someone else's body. And the cycle continues, not resolving the problem and allowing that unknown, that deep unknown to exist and not be settled. So choosing to bless, choosing to honor, to see forgiveness and humanity, and then metabolizing, processing, looking with full awareness at the depths of the matter. All of this requires the strength of your nervous system, your body, to allow you to do that. Numbing is easy, right? You don't have to access the body for it because you're numbing it. You are choosing to bless and to process clean pain means you are needing your body to feel settled so that you can look at this scary unknown and process it. This is where the practice of meditation, mindful movement, mantra, and all the things that we do to improve our positive health, to improve our health with self-trust, to go deep, to get to know what's in that unknown. These are the ways that we strengthen and settle into our body. This is working on our breath to power our nervous system. This is working on our vagus nerve, our ability to digest so that information from a clean digestion is through that vagus nerve is able to inform our brain. and not cloud it and create fogginess and this desire to move into this numbing or blaming space. It's knowing how to activate our parasympathetic nervous system to be able to process and understand the true danger, the harm, the fear, and again, to metabolize it then. So, what this looks like at the end is that you can see the situation from a different perspective. That is not only healing to yourself, but then also healing to the world. And honestly, just starting by allowing yourself to look at this scary, guilt-ridden, judgy situation, allowing yourself to look at it and start the healing process right there begins the shift in your body, begins to help heal you and make you feel a little safer because you allow yourself to see what you didn't allow yourself to see before. And every thought, idea, and presence shows up in your cells, in all of your cells. And it shows up and magnifies in your magnetic field. So when you feel someone who kind of holds on to this repressed situation or this angry energy out at the world, it shows up in their energy. You can feel it, and this is the space in their aura, and it affects others. It affects not only you, it affects others around you. So coming from that place of blessing and metabolizing, just imagine if everyone did that. The world would be a more well-adjusted, open, caring, loving place of understanding, a loving place to live. And it starts with one person, and that's you, and that's me. And that's the person that you've touched and healed, and on and on and on, like a ripple effect. So you are that first stone, and you are that stone that sends out these positive vibes through your ripples. And this is where the emotion of guilt and judgment really come in. It is that first signal that alerts you to see the real truth. This is what guilt brings you so that you can start to bring your awareness there and begin to develop into a more full and aligned and spiritual being, connected to true truth, to the essence of truth, to the divine truth. That is to understand that we all have our experiences that define our truth, and we can decide to be able to recognize our reaction when they come, to choose to bless and to see more deeply what's happening, to develop this understanding from within by again working on ourselves to have the body to see it and to process, and then to spread that out into the world. So this is the depth of the emotion of guilt. When you experience judgment and guilty feelings, really connect with that. Allow yourself to feel it and not choose dirty pain. Choose the clean pain and process and metabolize. I would love to know how this landed for you, if this resonates at all. Please feel free to share and comment and let me know. Until next time,